Oh,
Solid.
that's a strong clap.
Maybe too aggressive.
No, I love it.
Can't be too aggressive.
Cool. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back to Slightly Offside. I'm your co-host, Victoria Rush.
And I'm your co-host, Amy Humphreys.
Go for it.
Oh, you're me to go for it.
I did it last time.
Okay, cool. So we're actually somewhere pretty cool today. We have come to Harlequins today whilst they're training, do a bit behind the scenes and also get some really cool guests on. So we'll keep you guys guessing a little bit, see if you can figure out who this is. But she is in the Royal Air Force. And she plays, she has 33 caps for Scotland, and she also plays here at Quins. And she made a Scotland debut against Spain. And she also was Women's Rugby World Cup qualifiers in 2016, I believe. So, if I got them all right, fact check me. But welcome, Sarah Bonar.
Oh, thank you for having me.
What I will say is it turns out Wikipedia is incorrect.
Yeah, there's a few more caps in there. I do
How many
pick up a
caps
lot
you
of
on?
Injuries, but I've got 37, I think.
Yeah, okay, 37 caps.
37.
You're not keeping count, I think.
No, because honestly, I'm like a chocolate teapot, so it's hard to keep track. But yeah, there's a few more, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think one of the best ones in here that you didn't read out was, most importantly, you are described by your teammates as the biggest hype woman.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's a nice way to be described.
Where did that come from?
That was Hannah Duffy and Bella McKenzie.
Oh, nice. They're two. Yeah. I'll take that.
That's
Yeah.
pretty decent from your teammates, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair.
It could be worse, so I don't know what my teammates would describe me as.
The
But
same thing. I think I get something very different. Liability.
yeah.
Yeah. You know Chloe Edwards from when she played here?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to uni with her.
Oh, okay.
I've known her for a very long time. She has all the stories.
What would be her like one word to describe you?
Chaos.
Hectic. I was going to say, it's going to be something like hectic, chaotic.
I put it on Instagram recently. Somebody asked me, I think I said I'd calm down in my life in general. I'm in my 30s, so very different to when I was like 18. And I was like, I think personally I'm now a 6 out of 10 in terms of a chaos scale from if you went 1 to 10. And she actually messaged me and said, well, technically that's probably not far off, but you were at more like a 70 when we were at uni. So I'm like, at least I've, worked it out.
Brought it back to scale.
Yeah. Join the
Something
rest
like
of the
that.
world in the carnage. But yeah, let's kick off with you. Like, what's going on? What's new with you? What's happening?
It's a life update.
Life update. What do you want to know? Okay. Sadly out with Six Nations. Picked up an injury. Get that sorted out on Friday. But until then, just getting stuck in back with club. Corin the physio. Honestly, she's my gal. She'll get me back in no time. And again, the Air Force have got inter-services coming up, so we play the Navy on Saturday and then the Army in a couple of weeks. So I'm just now taking more of like a coaching role, helping out with lineouts and things like that. So it's a nice switch off and distraction from not playing.
When you say you're getting your injury sorted, do you mean you're having surgery?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like getting
You
it
put
sorted.
that very lightly.
Getting it sorted, up on Friday, then hopefully 12 weeks I'll be good to go again.
What's the op?
It's
Or what's the injury?
shoulder, so I busted my AC joint. We're getting that sorted.
Oh, it's the hard side of rugby, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
because like we love it, and probably like the contact and that sort of element is like a reason why it's so exciting, but also it comes with like these risks, doesn't it?
Have you had surgery?
No, I've actually never had surgery.
Neither
like
have
most
I.
of my injuries have been concussion. Touch wood, to be fair, and I had to stop playing afterwards. So, but yeah, I feel like nowadays there's lots of ways you can be involved and still feel like part of the team. Like whether that's like you say coaching or just getting involved in like other ways, and like obviously content and stuff as well. So there's pretty cool ways you can get involved, but it doesn't make it any easier, does it?
No.
Sorry, you were really loud. My hearing aids are high.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I couldn't hear you. She's like screaming in my ear, and I was like, turn it down. Because I can control it on my... We didn't actually cover this earlier, but what I was going to say was I got hearing aids for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Ever. I was supposed to have had them my whole life.
Yeah.
Ignored it and was like, I don't want to be the kid with the visible disability, like blah, blah, blah. And then got into my 30s and I was like, I really need to listen. I need to be able to hear people.
I'm so glad she has them because it was awful.
I'm now the opposite. I actually I can hear everybody. Do you know how annoying people are? Before, I just lived in my own bubble where I only heard what I needed. And now I can actually hear everything. It's horrendous. But I can control it from my phone.
So you can,
So if the room's really loud, I can turn it down. And earlier the room wasn't as loud. I wasn't this close to Amy.
No, you weren't as close. There you
sorry,
go.
I was like right down one ear. It's quite loud. Anyway, well, there's my life update.
Yeah, your life update, your hearing aids. It's pretty cool though, like to be able to like hear properly again, because it was kind of limiting you, I guess, in a lot of ways.
It was annoying a lot of people.
I'll agree with that.
People in my life are getting really frustrated.
Is she ignoring me?
Yeah, so I got a lot of people. So actually, my housemate's boyfriend, she wasn't apparently supposed to tell me this, but he turned around to her one point and was like, "Oh, does Vic not like me? She seems quite rude." And he genuinely said that to her. And she was like, no, she can't hear. If she's not looking at you, she doesn't know you're speaking to her.
Yeah.
So like the other day in the pub, he just kicked my foot because I was watching the rugby. I wasn't paying attention. So now he knows that I'm not actually being rude. But people used to just say like, "Oh, is she rude or whatever?" And I was like, no, maybe I am, but no, I just genuinely don't know what's happening around me.
Yeah.
All of the time. What's yours?
My life update. I spend a lot of time in the Cotswolds, actually. I feel very like out of place there, going from like Dunstable to the Cotswolds. Yeah, we've got a little Airbnb situation up there at the moment, which is going well. So I've just been doing that really, and then lots of rugby really. We're in the middle sort of Six Nations,
best part
and it's great to sort of have some rugby to watch. It's always good.
Business end of the season. Are you hoping to be back on the pitch this side of?
No. Yeah, don't think so.
12 weeks is quite a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
And to feel like strong and confident enough and stuff to get back as well, isn't it? What's Quins like sort of, as a club, like your teammates? What's that sort of? Give us a little insight into
my
into
Quins family. The girls are class, like I love them. We've got like a solid group of us that try and do a lot away from the pitch. It's really good. We've got a good bunch, work for each other, and I love it here.
I see you hang out a lot, don't you, out of rugby? Like, it's really nice to see, like, you're all doing, like, different things together and going out and about, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is. We had, like, an off weekend earlier in the year. A few of us headed out to Sylvia's in Italy and had a couple of nights there. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
You stay with her, like, family
and
stuff?
So I actually met her family this time last year. Me and Sylvia met for the first time at a Baba's game, and we're...
Oh, nice.
Getting merry on champagne.
Date.
I was actually like, me and a few of the Scotland girls are going to Italy and I've got a few days to play with. Do you recommend going anywhere? She's like, just
come with me.
Come stay with my family. And I literally met her that day and I was like, yeah, right then. So I stayed for a few nights with her family.
Oh, amazing.
Her mum and dad don't speak English. I don't speak Italian.
Did you learn some Italian whilst you were there?
Like singular phrases, yeah. But her mum and dad are now my Italian parents. So
yeah. Italians are welcoming anyway, right? So they're already just like very much everyone's family, come on in. And pretty much between food and wine, you can communicate with what you really need.
Exactly, that's essentials.
I suppose like you spend so much time together, like you do build those bonds. Do you think that helps like playing as well?
Massively, yeah. I think if you know what makes your teammates tick and you know kind of how they're feeling before the game starts, you can just help draw the best out of them if they need picking up or vice versa.
Oh, that's cool.
We told a story earlier on the pod about players getting stuck in a lift, and I hear it made it into the team WhatsApp group. Somebody had told the story.
Right, who told the story?
Hang on, what I've heard is you've taken credit for it.
I haven't taken credit. I shared
This
it.
guy over here for that.
Still in the pot.
lift though, right?
I was in the lift. I don't know who told the story though, but it went in the group, and obviously a few of us shared it because it was us.
It's the story.
Well, who do you think she went to uni with? It might give you some
was it
ideas.
Oh,
It didn't come from our mouth. It didn't come from our mouth.
Chloe is going to kill me.
Yeah.
I was not
Chloe
supposed to give that away.
Well, there you are.
Sorry, mate, that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, no, it was a real bonding moment.
Something like that.
It's quite early on the season. Caitlin, my other retriever, she is like a fellow sweater. Like she was so wetting.
Oh.
She only knew us like a few weeks, and she was in her bra. Like
Really?
I'm actually sweat my tits off.
What a great icebreaker. Like.
Yeah, no, it was really real bonding experience. But yeah, that happened. Yeah,
It did. I love that it made it into the WhatsApp because it's one of the first pieces of content we ever shared about from the pod. So the fact that it made it through that, I think to be fair to Chloe, she did message me. She's like, I've heard that everyone's trying to work out what's going on. And she's not in it anymore. And she's like, here, everyone's like, who the fuck's telling everybody this? But I vaguely remember it being on Instagram anyway at the time.
it would. Yeah,
I think
probably Chloe's Insta.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Actually, it is always there, isn't it? That's probably how I know it.
Yeah.
I did vaguely remember it. But yeah, that was it was brought up earlier. So I thought I'd check if you were taking credit for the story.
No, 100% not. No.
What about, stories maybe on the pitch? Is there anything you've ever done playing rugby where you're like, how the
embarrassing
fuck
or-
did I manage that?
Yeah, all the time.
Great.
All of the time. But probably
Any specifics?
one that sticks out, playing England at Twickenham, it was a time I would rather forget. We got pumped.
Is it the weekend, the one it snowed in?
No, that was in Murrayfield.
Okay.
Yeah, it got cancelled, then moved to Murrayfield. No, I think this was a couple of years before that. It was probably one of the only lineouts we won that game. But me and Wassid, so she's like Scotland bestie, one of them. Anyway, we're like, we'll do this lineout, yeah. And I think I tripped up on my own foot and collapsed the whole line out. In Twickenham, getting pumped on TV. And yeah, I tripped up on my own foot in the line out. But I think I can't remember who was playing prop at that time, just turned around and got the deck option. And
Oh, really? They still.
successful line out.
Were you supposed to be jumping?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
so
you were
you've
like
just
Yeah, completely.
fucked it.
Fucked it, yeah.
at the same time maybe caused confusion and won. The
Oh,
lineup.
it did. I'm pretty sure. Like, I've got a clip of it, and Abby Ward just looks at me like, disgust.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
wasn't aware. So
No.
Were you at Quins at the time then?
No.
I was going to say, because Abby, were you teammates
No,
there?
no, we weren't. I can't remember who I was playing for at that point. Maybe Loughborough still. Yeah, but
That's so funny.
that was certainly a embarrassing moment.
I mean, I've never been in a line out, but even I know that that's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, no.
Were you a jumper or a lifter?
Lifter. Oh god, yeah. I was definitely lifter. I couldn't lift at the front, always at the back. Just grabbing the arse and lift. But yeah, and I'm very like visual learner. So you know like how confusing some of these calls and stuff can get. Like it was very much like, because I just couldn't retain the information, I'd just be like, am I lifting now or are they going there first? So I feel like the lineouts weren't the best place for me. So I was just get pure confused all the time. But I did like a scrum, so yeah, was always good at that. That's about it. But I mean, Bryony Cleo describes you as
We have
you're
sent some
widely.
messages. We've sent some messages out to teammates to see if anyone would send us anything in.
Oh, Bridie's probably going to do me over.
She says you're widely regarded as the best kicker Harlequin has.
Yes! Oh, she's done me solid. Yeah, well, do you know what? I'll take that. I often do some coaching with Langy, give her some tips. Yeah, I'll add kicking to.
Should we
my-
go out and get a
repertoire.
quick
Yeah,
shot of you kicking?
honestly, it's a super strength of mine.
She said if you don't know, get to know. That's what she said.
Where's this come from?
Oh, where did it start? I've always loved a forward that's just been a triple threat.
Oh yeah.
And then probably it really started lockdown. I was living with Mo and we would spend a lot of lockdown in the pitch near her house, learning to kick and grubber, and that was probably where it really started. And then it took a while to build the confidence because a lot of teammates were like, don't do it, mate, don't do it. And then I think the breakthrough was Sarries last year. We were exiting. I thought there's an opportunity here. Jade was going at 9. I was like, mate, blind. Let's go blind. It's on. Booted it. Almost 50-22. Wasn't quite, but
so good.
yeah, it's a real strength of
I
mine.
actually love that because it wouldn't be expected, and then you're just like kick it through.
Amy hates it.
I was about to
Honestly,
say.
Amy's in the box like seething, but
Don't do it.
yeah.
How do the backs feel about it?
Oh, Langy got me. She's 100% got me. Like she'll cross
Well,
shoulder
if
to
you've had
me
like
or
lockdown training from Mo, it's pretty good coaching going on there.
yeah, I'll take it. Not too bad.
Oh my gosh, I tried to kick in a game I always feel like I am good at training. I feel like
kicking?
kicking goes really well, and then when I'm in a game situation, it's just not the same under pressure. It's so different to kick under pressure just when you're training. And I fully went for it, like as an exit. They were right up close to the try line, and I genuinely like fully just missed it. Kicked the air. The ball was in the
That's
same.
not that hard.
Ball was in the same place. Like I didn't even like nudge it, and it went off like in the wrong direction. I like, generally just missed the whole ball.
Dropped it.
Yeah. And then that was the last time I ever attempted to kick in a game.
That's the risk. If that happens, then you know your place, and it's not to kick.
Yeah, it's high risk for you where you're televised and it's being recorded. Like at least for me, like no one will see that, and I won't have to relive it. But I feel like the pressure's on the pitch, who you're playing, the level, and then you're on TV. It's like that's intense to try a new skill.
I feel like my teammates wouldn't let me forget that if I did that though.
No, yeah.
I can't kick out of a tee, and I don't know why. Why I've never been taught to. I think has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
You can kick out of hand, fine, but off a tee, it's not.
hard.
It's actually embarrassing as a back that I can't even. It just bumbles along the. Doesn't even go up. It's just in front of
grab it
me.
off a tee,
So I was like,
basically.
I'm staying well away from everyone's like, oh, you give it a go because I'm a fullback. It's like, you should be able to. Oh, just leave that to somebody else.
Fullback, you really should be able
And kick out of hand and run off. Well, hang on. 10 years ago I could. Now I'm
sure.
very good at keeping the bar held up. But other than that, I don't belong anywhere else anymore. Budgie Smuggler have been proud supporters of women's sports since day one, and now you can get behind your team this Women's Six Nations with your very own Budgie Smuggler sports set. Available at budgiesmuggleruk.com.
Bryony also said.
I haven't seen these, by the way, so they're brand new to me as well.
Bryony also said, you just brought a puppy as a means to get more dates. How's that
I'm all
going
for
for
that.
you? Like, firstly, how's the puppy life? And then two, have you got more dates as a result of the puppy?
Are you walking them around like Richmond Park or something?
Okay, right. The puppy has not arrived. And I
You don't even
so,
have
no. So I've chosen my puppy,
Right.
but he is still only like 4 or 5 weeks old.
Aw.
He's really cute
Go
though,
away.
and I can confirm it was not to get dates.
I'm sticking with this.
No. Puppies will get you dates. I will confirm.
To be fair, I have always said that single men should get a puppy. Women are more likely to approach you just naturally, and it's much safer than you just randomly approaching women in the street all of the time.
No, very true. Well, yeah, I'll let you know in a couple of months
How's it work?
how it works.
Well, have you started like seeding it into socials so people are like commenting and we should go for dog walks? That's a good way to start.
Dog walk's
No,
a
I've
great
not.
date.
I've not launched the pup yet. I think
Launch the pup.
it's too early until I get him. Like I don't want to jinx anything. Like
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
fair.
very true.
still
What
4
breed
weeks away.
have you gone
Labradoodle.
for? Labradoodle.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
little Labradoodle.
Have you thought of any names, boy or girl?
Boy, yeah. So I actually am obsessed with Vikings. Like I think
Vikings,
I
did
actually
you
come
say?
from like Viking heritage.
Oh, I love that.
I got my dad a DNA kit for Christmas, and it came back with like a bit of Scandinavian in it, and I'm like, wow, that's
Vikings,
confirmed.
done.
That's so cool. I love that.
So my favourite Viking is called Floki.
Floki?
Floki, yeah. So
cool.
the pup is called Floki.
Flaky,
Cute.
that's
I like
so
that.
cute.
That's actually a really good answer because we both have dogs. Mine now lives with my mum. Why did you call Nellie Nellie?
Why did I call her Nelly?
Yeah.
Don't know. There's no reason, I don't think.
Did you not have a?
No, I don't
Where
think
did
there was
you
a
get the name
reason. Do you
from?
know what? She was actually Penelope. And then I was like, that's really weird. I don't know why. So then we were just like Nelly. And yeah, we just call her I call her Chicken Nugget to be fair, because she looks like a chicken nugget. She's like this golden Cocker Spaniel. So I call her like my Chicken Nugget. But I'm, like obsessed with her. Like it's, and she's obsessed with me. But when she was a puppy, like genuinely, like we go for walks. And at one point there was like 10 people and she was just on her back, like, loving life. So it's a great way to meet people and just start a conversation.
Yeah.
Is
So yeah,
that
we'll
is
need
the
an
actual
update
reason.
from that.
If subtly the real reason, it will work. I guarantee it.
She screwed me over. nice.
Gotta love teammates.
So good.
In return, do you have any good teammate stories?
I mean, I've
Come
got
on,
filth
Bryony.
on Bryony.
Let's hear it.
Anything you can share.
But nothing that I
Comms
could
manager has just sat up straight.
nothing I could actually share, but she's great value on a night out.
She had a hen do recently though, no?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah?
Yeah, the hen was really fun. Oh, she actually bet on. Okay, I've never really been to the races. First time at the races.
Where did you go? Cheltenham.
No, somewhere near London. We were in Richmond. It wasn't too far away from
nice.
there. Anyway, she put like on like a accumulator bet.
Oh yeah.
Basically, it was 6 races.
It's like a random pick of 6 races. Yeah.
Yeah, she won every race.
Oh my, wow.
We were like, yeah, she's winning. She's got 50Ks. Like, she's paying for the head. She's paying for the wedding. Like, she's. Guess how much she won?
£6.
£4.20.
No.
Something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
Well, how much did she put on?
She already like committed to
I
paying for
can't
the
remember
drinks.
how much she put on.
How on 6 bets?
But like
can you
she,
make
£4. Yeah.
Like,
Was there no one at this race?
You put like negative money on it.
I put on one bet and won like 50 quid, but yeah.
What was she doing?
I don't know, poor girl. But
That's really impressive.
Well, look, she still can claim that she won the bets. She didn't
Yeah.
have to tell anyone
'cause
how much.
When someone goes into detail, that's an embarrassing answer.
No,
I won
yeah.
£4 on 6
£4.
races. it's not a pound a race.
I mean, yeah,
I
there's
think
not much
she
you can
lost
get with
money,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, she
I'm
lost
actually
money.
doing a really good job, but
Oh
yeah.
God.
Well, there you go. You get your own back.
yeah, there you go, Bryony.
A bit more sensible. I always hate doing this because I'm much more interested in all the stories from behind the game, but a bit more sensible. You've obviously been playing rugby for a while. You've seen the game grow. You've seen the women's game especially change from like that freezing cold day at Murrayfield to where we are now, these big games at like Twickenham and Sellout in Scotland this weekend. What was it? How many people was it?
Oh yeah, big crowd.
Last weekend,
Yeah.
England, Scotland.
I should know. I feel like
I know,
the
so should
highs
I.
and
Now I've
capacity
started the
of
sentence. Anyway,
8 to 10.
yeah, it was a
Yeah,
sellout.
yeah,
The
yeah.
point being, it was a sellout.
yeah.
And a couple of years ago, there was just over 2,000 people,
Yeah.
and now we're selling out 6,000 to 8,000 stadiums for the game, which is incredible, right? You must notice a tangible difference as a player through that kind
Yeah.
of like time period.
Oh, massively. Yeah. From going from international matches where you've got like hundreds to quite literally selling out grounds is unreal. And I think we've got the women's game, similar to football, our own sort of fans. It's more families, it's a bit more kid friendly. It's also far more accessible, I think, in terms of costs. But not just young girls, but young boys as well wanting signatures after the game.
Yeah.
And that's huge. It's young boys not just seeing it as, oh, it's women playing, it's just a game of rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is very cool, and the change has been rapid over the past couple of seasons, especially.
Yeah, no, it's incredible to see where it's going. It's all like, and it just makes me excited. Like, I feel like in 3 years, it's gone from like you said, like hundreds to thousands, and just like the quality and the coverage and all of that. And I do think you were right there with saying it's just more accessible in terms of like cost as well. Because like just being able to get down and to have it as an option, I think, yeah, it's just so good to see the way it's going.
Yeah. Get tickets to it easily, whereas
Yeah.
men's all complaining about how it's like hundreds of pounds just to go to a men's game.
Yeah.
You actually take your whole family to a women's game and have a really good day out.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're introducing like halftime shows and stuff. So it's pretty cool. If you could like make up the halftime show, what would you have at halftime?
Where did that come from? Great question.
Make
But
up the halftime show. Oh, I would get like ABBA on.
ABBA!
oh, would you?
That would be unreal.
Real ABBA or this,
It has to be this hologram again.
hologram
Well, I guess
version.
we have to do a hologram.
I'd bring them back.
Yeah, bring them back. Okay. Yeah, that'd be
everyone
so
loves ABBA.
good. Yeah.
Oh my
I love a bit
god,
of
what
ABBA,
song?
but-
What song would be like the main song?
Oh, the Scotland. Well, when I say the Scotland girls, it's like me and Louise, and we force it on everyone else. But like Voulez-Vous a bit of a team fave.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, just a few acts. Although if we're at Scotland, like we'd probably go full Scottish pipe band, Kaylee. Like that
I was
would be
going to
unreal
say
half time.
something.
Yeah,
You'd probably get in trouble if you pick anything else, really.
yeah, yeah.
That is pretty cool though. I feel like Super Bowl vibes. Like I'd make it big.
You would. Yeah,
I'd
spend
want
all the money.
dancers. Like I'd want gymnasts. I'd
You'd
like
be doing a full
entertain me.
Rihanna, like on a platform, suspended halfway.
I
up
would
the top.
definitely want someone to like rise down from the ceiling. That's for sure.
Well, to be fair, big summer kickoff of Quins is going to be
Yeah,
Jess
it's
Glynn.
true.
That will be like bells and
Who's
whistles.
doing the halftime for that? Is it
It
Joel?
has been announced. Jess Glynn, yeah.
Jess
Oh, is
Glynn?
it?
Oh my
Yeah.
That's
gosh,
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
a great act.
Right.
Yeah.
That's on socials, yeah.
Oh wow.
So I feel like Quins do it well. They're kind of already at Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like, the
will
big
say.
game was epic.
Yeah.
Like the light show
Yeah.
and Joel, Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, great day.
I do feel like Quins, and people have said this, are like leading the way in terms of that. Like in terms of putting on like different like events. So like Big Summer Kickoff, Game Changer, like all of these kind of events that I don't see anyone else leading in that kind of way. Like even they've done like their accessible rugby games and stuff. Like it's generally like you do get this family vibe from it. I feel like it's they're leading the way 100%. And like with now like just Glyn for Big Summer Kickoff would be insane, isn't it?
Yeah, I will be dancing at the stadium. In the stands like that,
if you haven't got your tickets, you need to get them because that's going to be a good one for sure.
We had this conversation earlier, but I haven't told any of it to you, so you literally said everything I said.
Yeah, there you go.
We've had loads of people reply to a recent video about Rugby Icks. It really came out of nowhere, and everyone went a bit nuts with it and have been sending in hundreds of replies. So we've picked a few of our favourites and we're just gonna...
Okay.
Do you have a rugby ick?
Nothing like really instantly comes to mind. Yeah. Rugby trolls on the women's game is probably a bit of an ick.
Yes.
And then another one.
We are well versed in those.
As much as I'm a back at heart, coming away from like an unreal line out or an unreal scrum and they've knocked it on and you're like, come on.
Do you know what that is?
That came up a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of forwards really hating on backs, and backs just seem to be an overall
the target
ick.
audience for icks.
Bless.
Backs and scrum caps.
I'm a scrum cap kind of girly, so I couldn't judge. I'm all for it.
I said the same thing. And for me, I feel like my forward ick, I'll give a forward ick, even though I'm a forward, is when I watch myself back on the VO, I feel like I'm really fast. And I generally look like just a fat shit, like, oof, oof, like running like this. And like, it's awful. Like, I hate watching myself back.
Do you want to know what's a really good one to watch back? You're going to hate me, but... Ames from the weekend, she made an unreal line break. Played for England. And she in her head was probably like, I'm flying. And she was running through treacle, poor girl. But she can produce some serious speed. Like, serious speed. That was one I think funny. She watched back and was like,
Yeah, in your head, it feels like you're like going so fast.
This isn't a forwards thing, though. I think it's the same for backs when you're not at elite level. You're like, I am the fastest person on the pitch. Yeah, but everyone's slow. So it's not like you're actually going that fast. Or maybe that's just how I felt.
Honestly. And sometimes also like watching myself tackle is a bit icky. Like I feel like I have this like bent back kind of vibe. Like
not bent
like when you're gonna go at the knees and like hit like that. I feel like I kind of go like this with my arms out like towards people, and I'm like, oh, Amy, no.
Yeah, have a cup. To be fair, these first two are you. I just point out another ick, replying to your own question on your own stories.
With icks for yourself.
With icks for this. That's embarrassing.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
ick.
literally
but you got to do what you got to do.
For the first one is someone going full contact in touch. I do hate those people.
Contact icks.
They're like, you've
got to stay away from them.
Yeah,
it's not the purpose of the reason why you're doing touch. It's probably for other skills than contact.
Saturday touch leagues as well. When someone like drops a shoulder, we're all here. Because we're probably too injured to play contact.
Yeah.
Why are you?
Yeah.
Bleached mullets.
Interesting.
Bleached mullets. Like Jamie Lang, but with a mullet would be. I've seen some.
He's naturally blonde though.
No, he's got to bleach that. You could be naturally blonde, but you don't get like white hair like that.
Definitely, his hair's always been that colour.
I don't know about that. Okay. But there's a few Bournemouth Sevens. I've seen a few like bleached mullets.
Rogue hairstyles.
Yeah.
How about saying it's 0-0 again when your team has scored? When you're up. That's actually worse than when you're down.
What, when you're up?
When you're
it's
up,
0-0.
when you're winning, and you're like, it's still 0-0, folks.
Okay, in a safe space, like at half-time, away from another team, I don't have an issue with it.
Okay.
But maybe to shout it on the pitch in front of the opposition, maybe not.
Bit of like salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
You could be in a dick, aren't you?
Just stay humble.
Stay humble.
Rip socks that aren't the same colour as your top socks.
Do you know, like, people would have, like, high knee, like the knee sort of socks, and then they put grip socks over the top of those socks. Have you seen that?
Yeah, a lot of the girls do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I have no idea what
is it because they want the protection of like having the sock up to their knee?
And it'll be just because they have to wear
like
the club sock
Ah, the club socks, yeah,
or
makes sense.
country sock or whatnot.
Yeah.
But the grip socks for just the
Grip.
the grip on your boot. Yeah.
So it's
So
for
you-
actual like reasons why.
Yeah.
It's not just a fashion
Yeah,
statement.
and then you'll cut like the shoe of the original sock off, and then you just have you pull the other bit on top of it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
I just wear normal rugby socks.
Yeah.
But a lot of the girls put
Very technical
socks on,
the
yeah.
way it can be.
It's a lot for a sock. I feel like we're maybe over technically.
yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
Football playing on a clubhouse TV.
In the rugby clubhouse.
If there's no rugby on,
Yeah.
fine.
Fair.
Yeah. Some people just
Fine.
have this thing where it's like
Rugby only.
rugby against football, but I like both to be quite honest.
This I feel like is mean only because I used to do it, but not in sevens. I'm not in 15s rather, 4-7s. People that wear short ankle socks with rugby boots.
Actual ankle.
Yeah.
They're like trainer socks.
Surely you get blisters, no?
Our defence coach does this at Scotland. Tyrone, love him. But he wears ankle socks, and every time I'm like, Ty, why? You got to protect those ankles.
Maybe he likes his calves and wants to show them off. Maybe his ankles are really skinny.
I don't know. I just think
Stop trying to justify
with
it.
like a rugby boot, at least like a
Yeah, the half
trainer sock
yeah.
thing. Not a trainer
Yeah.
sock. Do you know what I mean? Like a crew sock. Like
Yeah.
You see, for me, that's too like Gen Z. Like I'm far too millennial for this pulled up sock. Like this.
I wear it all
I
the
find it
time.
really weird.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would do that
I do
happily.
that.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. No, I would wear an ankle
Oh, okay.
sock.
But Vic, you're not the most fashionable.
Thanks. Hannah.
You
I
send
don't mind
pictures of me
admitting
like
it to
from
myself.
Zara changing rooms. Like, is this cool?
At least I'm trying. Fucking hell, shove me down the river.
Leaves the shops with skinny jeans.
What?
So you leave the shop with skinny jeans because the
I
flares are too much.
have got rid of skinny jeans, and apparently they're back in fashion. I just threw them all away.
I'm hearing this, to be fair.
I'm not. I'm really into the baggy jeans now.
Yeah, they're
It took me
comfy.
like 10 years.
Yeah, I'm just
exactly.
pure comfort over anything else.
Massively digressed. Right. When backs run in to congratulate forwards after a scrum, like they know what's going on.
No, I really love this. So
Right.
at a good scrum, like I'm trying to think, playing with Scotland and good scrum, like Niles will always be there. Like yes, even like Langy Shoe loves a good scrum. I love that.
Maybe it's like appreciation for what you've done,
Yeah.
See, that's
actually.
why-
Yeah, that's how I would see it. I don't see that as a nick. I'm like, nah, they've one team.
Yeah, like one team.
100%.
Yeah.
I get why some forwards be like, you don't know what's just happened. But
No, there's appreciation there.
Appreciation, like that's hard work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially when there's scrum after scrum
Yeah.
after scrum. You might need that little bit of team encouragement
Yeah.
to get through all of those.
And Rona Lloyd loves getting in to cheer us on if a scrum goes
Also,
well.
when you're out on the wing, not a lot else happens
No.
for a while, so you may as well get
Yeah.
your job is hype when you
yeah,
haven't
she
got the
is
ball.
the ultimate hype gal.
Is she your Scotland hype queen then?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute.
That is cool. So who would you say, do you have like your besties in the Scotland camp?
Oh, there's too many. I
Too
couldn't
many.
say. I couldn't say this. Yeah, I've got my gals, but
Yeah.
yeah, they know.
They know. If
What's
you know,
your?
you know.
Do you have any nicknames in Scotland camp or Quins camp for you or anyone else? For that
Oh,
matter?
I honestly go by Bonds.
Bonds?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
No one really calls me Sarah. If they do, no one
You're in
knows who
trouble.
I'm speaking to.
Yeah. No one knows.
No,
There's a
who is
Sarah
that?
in the room.
Yeah.
Bonds.
Bonds, yeah.
Because also we've been sent in loads of nicknames from people as well.
Gets
Obviously,
quite interesting.
You all get a rugby club nickname at some point, right? Like everybody's had one, and we
I think
made
they
a joke about it. and
Yeah,
got
they
loads.
get quite creative, some of these nicknames that people
Some weird
come up
stuff
with.
out there.
So I've got a few here. So a lad was named for Jazzle because he was from Essex.
Fair.
Just
I can
purely,
see
Yeah,
that.
only
Yeah.
whereas Essex probably started
Yeah.
that, I imagine.
Definitely. B.O.B. Blackout Beth.
Yeah,
B.O.B.
fair.
I guess would that be B.O.B. or Bob?
yeah, you should. Way better.
Just call them Bob
Change the
from
name to
now
Bob.
on. Ginger Nut because he's ginger and likes biscuits.
It's original.
Yeah,
I'm
feels
like,
a bit.
yeah. Some of them you're trying
Yeah.
here. Yeah, you're really trying. And then Unicorn as her game day hair makes her look like one. That's quite cool, I think. I'm guessing that's like, you know, the sort of plaits that sort of
Yeah,
tie
but
Oh,
into.
okay.
a unicorn is at the top, so surely it would have to come out the front.
I'm sure she's
Well, that's
had
my
it.
point. How
That's where my head went. I was like,
I was like,
how
why
have
would
I
you
done
do
that?
that?
Yeah.
Very special
Or
scrum cap.
Is it that with the scrum cap they're just sticking out so much at the front? That...
No, I think there's someone that
we
does
need
it.
a photo because
Yeah,
someone
we need a
sent a
photo.
picture of this in.
There's someone that does it. She plays rugby league actually, but it's sort of like a hairband and then another hairband, then another hairband. It kind of creates like this bump look. And I think she gets like called unicorn, the unicorn hairstyle. Anyway, so yeah, there's some nicknames for you.
And our last question for you is: do you have a rugby memory that you wish you could relive all over again?
Oh,
something that
These
was
are
like,
good,
I want
by
to
the way.
feel the emotions of that one more time.
Oh, that's a really good question. I guess I could go down different avenues here, like Quins memories, Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
But probably the one that sticks out is qualifying for the World Cup. We didn't technically qualify, but we got through to then play Colombia.
Yeah.
And it was a game against Ireland in the dying minutes. Sarah Law kicks an absolute worldie to take us through to qualification, but that was just unreal because it was years of graft. And my first cap was against Spain, and that was in the qualifiers in 2016, which we missed out on. And like me personally, I was not ready in my rugby career to be at a World Cup at that point, but the rest of the team were obviously. But then go years and just miss out, and that was probably definitely a highlight that was unreal.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, can you still feel it?
But yeah, it's just I can't even explain. It was just a really, really amazing day.
I can just imagine, like you're saying, after the build up and the momentum, and then not making it, and then suddenly like you're in that moment. I bet, I could imagine that being unreal.
Yeah.
Right, well, I think we've run out of time because we've kept you for ages. So thank you so much for joining us and getting involved in the chaos, because we're fully aware this is utter carnage from start to finish. These guys sit here all day and listen to this. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening and getting all this way with us. As we said before, please like, subscribe, review wherever you listen to your podcasts. It helps us reach more people. And if there's anything else you want to hear or people you want to hear from, please DM us.